Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Trade of the Week, sponsored by T3 Live. This week's trade comes from the Nightly Game Plan program. The company is Endo International, and the stock symbol is ENDP. The play was a climactic buy setup on the daily time frame, and it is currently in open position and is up about 1570 in 3 days. The picture of power, or the pattern, is, as I said, a daily climactic buy setup. Notice the severe sell-off. The stock basically lost 50% in 3 weeks. So it's almost a crash. And notice the climactic volume spike at the bottom, which signals the capitulation. That really means most traders finally exited or panicked out of the stock. When everyone that wants out is already out, then guess what? The selling is over and the stock is now a buy opportunity. As they say, when there's blood in the streets, it's time to buy. The trade triggered on Tuesday the 15th. The risk to reward on this trade is 2.8 to 1. The entry, which I'll show you in a minute, was a simple transition A breakout on the hourly chart. As far as management, I'm using hourly pivots to manage the trade. I typically use either hourly pivots or daily bar by bar for managing swing trades. And the nice thing is, most of the time, the two coincide. The low of a daily bar is often an hourly pivot. So I get the best of both worlds. Here's the hourly chart showing you the entry and the stop. The entry was at 793, the stop at 751. The entry was just over that green line and the stop below the red one. The target 1 is the prior pivot high around 875, and target 2 is the 20 MA on the daily chart around 950 or so. The trade has already reached target 1 and was trailed to 855, so I'm already out half. And the back half is currently being trailed to 835, which is under that hourly pivot. The trade is really based on what we call at T3 the basic unit, or the atom. The trade triggered once the stock transitioned from stage 1, which is a sideways base, to stage 2, which is an uptrend. So if we look at that hourly chart again, we can see that the stock was in a severe stage 4 downtrend. The downtrend was followed by a stage 1, sideways stage 1. And as soon as the stock broke out above stage 1, we had a valid trigger. And that's the play in a nutshell. The play, as I said, is currently up 1570, and it probably would have already reached target 2 today if it weren't for the huge sell-off that we got in the market. I'm recording this video on Thursday, August 17th. This is a picture of the P&L right before I took target 1 yesterday. The trade was an official play called in the Nightly Game Plan program. If you'd like to find out more about the Nightly Game Plan, please contact customer service or go to t3live.com. Hope you enjoyed tonight's video, and before I wrap it up, I'm going to read this quote for you. As you follow the path of least resistance, success is no longer something you choose, it's something you are. Abundance no longer eludes you. I love that quote because we talk a lot in the Nightly Game Plan sessions about trading along the line of least resistance. This quote obviously talks about following the line of least resistance in one's life, but that's exactly what we try and do in the Nightly Game Plan. All right, well, hope you guys have a great weekend, and thanks for tuning in.